Killer Cam says, Killer Cam, nice. Fields scored above a 130 on the Goldman aptitude test. Thank you, Mark Sanchez. Mahomes and Allen scored below a 110. Fields can learn the playbook way faster than people are giving him credit for. Who said he can't learn the playbook?
No, well, I mean, I think that really just points to because of the work ethic stuff that's come out and the nonsense about like how he doesn't want it. Like I think that really lends more to the other side of that. And again, we're talking about the bare bones Shanahan offense. We're not talking about the whole shebang. So that's why I never had a problem with him learning the playbook. But now this doesn't necessarily just make it seem like, okay, just throw him the whole book and let him get it. But I think that it indicates that he has a better opportunity to learn, to eat the whole meal when it comes to the playbook and really understand it on all the levels. It's really more verbiage. The passing concepts are similar across the league. They're just called different things, and then remember we talked about it. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the install. The play calls are long. You have to start with the personnel, then you start with the package, and then you get to the play. And it's just like you can spend a good 5 seconds 22XY, but boom, 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 like trying to run off the plays. And then remember, like in those 2-minute situations about being able to make your checks and your calls,
yes,
you got to be able to make sure that everybody's on the same page with that. So it's more verbiage than anything that everybody should be concerned with. So, I mean, I like this because it is putting him in the light of, okay, the kid's smart and he can learn things. It's just more about, I like that it's going against the grain with the narrative that he doesn't want it, or it's not, it's work ethic, or there's character issues or anything like that, because the kid's smart and he's not like that. I just don't understand where that, well, we know where that's coming from, but we're not going to address that right now. But it's good for me. I like it, but does it necessarily mean that he can just go ahead and eat the whole playbook? No, but I feel better about it.
Yeah. Like when I said that his big weakness is the quick game, I wasn't saying he's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't saying it's not a smart issue. To me, that's a reaction. It's like, how long does it take your brain to see it and then trigger? It's a reaction thing. I mean, I would imagine there are people who have low IQs who can do that expertly, and people who have high IQs who can't freaking do it under pressure. Like Nick Mullins, for example. I'm sure he's great in the meetings. On the field, he had some issues. He turned the ball over. So it's not necessarily an IQ thing. I mean, I'm great. It's good that he's smart and that'll help him learn the offense. But as you said, that's part of it. The other part is just kind of like an athletic reaction. Hold on. I'm trying to let you go and people keep giving me money.
You're good. I'm chilling. My daughter's got the iPad, so I'm good.
Trey says, have you seen Chris Sims' top 5 quarterbacks in this draft? Yes. He's been dead on with his top 5 QBs the past 4 years. Do you trust his rankings? I don't trust Trevor Lawrence ahead of Zach Wilson. I can't get behind that.
I trust him. I understand what he's saying. The Kellen Mond thing over Justin Fields, I don't agree with at all. Yeah, I know, Grant. That's why he trusts it, But a lot of people didn't like the Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen stuff. They really didn't, and sometimes it takes a little while to be right. If you would have asked, if you would have looked at that first year with Josh Allen and said, look, Chris Sims, look how bad, or his second year, oh, look how bad. It took year 3 for him to actually be right. So that's what I think you need to keep in context when it comes to these quarterback rankings. Kellen Mond could come out his first year, struggle. Year 3, it clicks. And then you look back at the rankings and you were like, man, he nailed it. So I trust it. I like his thought process. I may not agree with it, but I see the points. At least he's not saying some nonsense like Ian Book is ahead of Justin Fields or anything like that. No, he's not.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, I can see his points and I do trust his analysis and I don't dismiss anything. I'll listen to anything that forces me to think, even if at the end of my thought process, I still don't agree. I can at least see your point. So I trust it, and I think that he really believes that. He wants to get a GM job. So he's not sitting there saying stuff for clicks or anything like that. I mean, yes, it's for clicks, but his reputation's on the line when he puts these things out there. So I'll say that.
He's not swayed by consensus. He has a good track record and he shows his work.
Yep.
He's not just like, these are the guys. It's not like, well, someone told me and I don't know why. I have a good, no, he really, really explains it. So at least I like to get a different perspective, and it seems like he's at least hot now. Maybe he'll
stealing your stuff, man.
He's just hitting seven. He's stealing
your stuff, man, with the Kellen Mond stuff. That's all you, bro.
Yeah, he reads my stuff clearly. Hold on. YOLO says, I think the 2 best scenarios is Kyle Pitts at 3, Najee or Kellen Mond at 43. Oh my God. Or trade up for Najee Harris, because imagine defending that. Yeah, I mean, look, there's 2 schools of thought. You need your quarterback to make everyone better, or you have everyone make your quarterback better. And at Alabama, that they do the second thing. and it seems to work for them because they have these NFL backups who win Heisman's over there and national championships. I do feel that I don't know about Najee Harris. I don't have a strong opinion. I haven't watched a lot of Najee. Although he's a Bay Area dude. I know he's good.
Bay Area. I was about to say that. That's
I don't know if he's like. I don't know if he's like the best running back to come out the last 10 years. I do think that Kyle Pitts is the best tight end to come out since I can remember. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like if Jimmy Garoppolo, God forbid, could stay healthy and you gave him Kyle Pitts and Najee Harris, he'd be pretty good.
I honestly have a sneaking feeling that the 49ers are going to draft a running back. I don't know at 43. But
maybe 10 something could be.
If it's 43, there's probably going to be Javonte Williams from North Carolina, and I would be through the roof, honestly. So the comp that I see with him is Nick Chubb, and what I mean by that is one of the best runners with the ball in his hands, and he's a monster. He's huge. And I think that this team, what they're lacking is they're lacking a guy who can take the ball 16, 17, 18 times and still continue to play. So that's my thought process on it. Look, I know, people are going to yell at me saying, man, you never take a running back that high. But let's just look back at the track record with Kyle Shanahan. Paid Jerick McKinnon, way more money than anybody was willing to do that. Brought back Tevin Coleman, drafted Tevin Coleman in Indiana, drafted Joe Williams.
Let's go further back. He drafted, his dad drafted Clint Portis in round 2. Clint Portis.
I just think that the narrative of that Kyle loves undrafted free agents. No, he just hits on them. He'll always bring in those undrafted free agents, but that doesn't mean that he won't spend draft capital on them. So that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I would love to see Javonte Williams take this thing with 16, 17 touches like Nick Chubb and have Mostert be that home run guy. Where it's like maybe 8 to 10 touches, but it's when the defense is super tired and Kyle has figured out where to attack and he can take those, to like. Those 10-yard gains and 10, 15-yard gains and turn them into 30, 40, maybe even tutties. Like that's where I see like Mostert needs to be with someone. He can't, continuously take the brunt.
And Jeff Wilson Jr. has his own injury issue. So someone more durable. It seems that if they take a running back at 43, it could be Javonte Williams. You said his name was?
Javonte.
Michael Carter.
I love him too, man.
Travis Etienne.
Etienne, maybe. You know what? If it was, all right. So I'm gonna
maybe Harris. So there's one of 4 guys. They could get one of the top dudes.
Right. If it's my pick from the 4, and I know everybody loves Najee and I know everybody loves Etienne, it's probably Javonte for me. Just watching him and just like I said, I think the 49ers lack that like straight up running back, ball in his hands, like trying to, not trying to trick you or anything like that. Just runs well with the ball like Nick Chubb does. Like Nick Chubb is one of the top 1, 2, 3 running backs with the ball in his hands, pure running back. And that's what I think the 49ers could use. And he catches the ball very well, actually, too. He's not like he can't. But the 49ers have been lacking that. They've been getting by with these 3-man committees, but the injuries continue to pile up. If Javonte Williams comes in and he's able to be a rock for them to lock in the 15 touches, changes the dynamic of this offense.
Well, I don't know if the Niners will move up in round 2 for any of these running backs, but if one or more of them fall to 43, I could see the Niners pulling the trigger on a running back at that spot.
For sure.
Denise says, Colin said it best. If Kyle drafts Mac Jones, he is drafting the next Trubisky, and Kyle will lose all respect and will be looking for a job in 3 years. Yeah, people are going to have no patience for him, man. They're not going to be like, hey,
not Mac.
Mac struggled as a rookie. Give him another couple of years. No, I mean, you got to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be right. And that's the problem with trying to be the smartest person in the room. There's just not a lot. People are like waiting for you to be wrong.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's ours. Wait, nope. Just as soon as we tried, Dizify said that's not.
Yep, Etienne is the best in the draft. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Niner by Nature says Justin Fields' deficiencies are fixable. Imagine in camp, Jimmy G looking to his left and seeing Justin Fields with his shirt off, yoked out, throwing darts all over the field. He will request a trade. That was a really good comment to go out.
I mean, he's not wrong. He is not wrong.
Look, if we're just scouting quarterbacks based on the way they look with their shirt off, I gotta say Trey Lance is the number 1 quarterback on my board.
He is like an Adonis, man. My God, he's only 20 something, man. Good God, bro.
Dude, you just lifted weights nonstop during the pandemic, huh? That's all you did.
I could never.
Yeah, I could never either. Yep. Hey, thanks, Niner by Nature. Thanks, everyone. Please stop donating because the show is ending. We're leaving now. Jason, it's been a great time. I always look forward to these shows with you every week, man. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you, Grant, as always, bro.